Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ken at 10. How are you today? Hope you're well. Hope you had a nice weekend. We certainly did. Had the second jab. And if you're thinking of having it, not sure whether you should do, then I think I've got the best word for that. If you get the opportunity to have that jab and you don't, that is unconscionable. For sure. So I hope you had a nice weekend. We certainly did. Got over the second jab a little bit quicker than the first one, which was great. And of course, we have a new royal now, don't we? Lilibet Diana. What about that? In tribute to the Queen and Diana. Didn't think you'd hear those two coming together from Meghan and Harry, did you? There we are. Apart from that, a few things going on with the property market. And by the way, if you haven't been here before, then welcome. My name's Ken. That's why it's Ken at 10. And we broadcast daily everything about the UK property market, based in southwest London at James Alexander Estate Agents, an area called Norbury, which is nestled between Streatham and Croydon. Now, few things in the news today, a couple of things that I found amusing. There's a house going up for auction for £1, which I shall show you shortly, and one that's in the news that has people in stitches. So looking forward to showing you those two as well. Interestingly, looking at the trends and everything, obviously we've just got less than a month now, about 24 days left before the end of the first stamp duty deadline. That is the 30th of June, when you can no longer obtain relief up to 500,000 on your purchase. And that involves a saving of around about £15,000. So lots of pressure coming, as you can imagine. My guys are really trying hard to make sure every single vendor that we've got that's under offer can make that deadline where it's their intention to do so. And also having those hard discussions with people saying, look, if you're looking for that deadline, it's unlikely now, because some believe that it's a very easy thing to do. And it's not. It's really difficult. So a few headlines today. One in the Mail: Property Ladder need not be out of reach for first-time buyers. This is quite an interesting article. It's looking at the different ways that first-time buyers can get involved with property ownership, because there are so many options now. This is not financial advice, by the way. Seek independent financial advice if you decide to buy. But what it goes on to say is there are plenty of schemes and lenders with options available. Firstly, the paper highlights the government's new mortgage guarantee scheme, which encourages banks and building societies to bring back mortgages for those with smaller deposits and help turn generation rent into generation buy. Lenders have also launched their own products aimed at those with low deposits, such as Nationwide's Helping Hand mortgage, which will allow applicants to borrow 5.5 times their income. That's a lot. 5.5 times their income, or Accord's 95% mortgage. Finally, the option of shared ownership with lenders such as Santander, Skipton, who will allow 4 people to be named on a mortgage application, thereby pushing that multiple number right up. So there are lots of options out there for those thinking that they can't get on. Maybe you can. You know, we've got a great shared ownership option at the moment. And then there's another article in The Independent today talking about global house price. And it's interesting. It's not just the UK that's experiencing a house price rise at the moment. Just about everywhere, prices are rising faster than consumer prices and personal incomes, Knight Frank said. Just 4 out of 56 countries surveyed were prices had fallen, and they were Malaysia, Morocco, India, and Spain, with Spain down 1.8%. On the scale, we got Turkey with 32% increase. Gosh, New Zealand 22.1 and Luxembourg 16.6. The US at 13.2 and the UK at 10.2. Now, these figures are a little bit misleading, as I'll come on to in a minute. But he goes on to say his instinct is that the housing boom will end with a fizzle rather than a bang. Time will tell. Time will tell. But one of the stats I saw, the Zoopla monthly house price report came out. And when you look at house prices, it's easy to presume that houses are booming everywhere. But when you actually look at London house prices, you know, the amount that they've risen over the past quarter is 1.9% in London. And rents over the pandemic period have fallen by 9.4% in central London. So it's a really mixed bag out there. It's not all one way for sure. Now, Honest Estate Agents advert leaves people in stitches. I like this. Anyone that's just telling the truth. Do you want to have a look at it? You know you do. It's not great condition, so hold your breath and your nose. Yes. Estate agent Adam Prothero has been seen his listing for what appears to be a fire-ravaged drug den go viral after he released a video to advertise its sale. During the Torchlight tour, Mr. Prothero describes the significant damages caused to the house as the video shows evidence of drug use on the premises. Everything can be fixed, of course, he optimistically comments as he fails to gain access to one of the bedrooms. Now, do you fancy a house for £1? you want to see this one? Of course you do. You know you do. There you go. This one's going in the auction, and it's in Wales. All the cheap properties are in Wales, aren't they? It's a 2-room house poised to go under the hammer for the bargain price of £1. Of course, that's a starting figure. A property auction company is selling the tiny home, end of terrace in Swansea in Wales. Sean Roper of Paul Fosh Auctions, who are selling the property, told Wales Online the property may be small, but at the price with the attached land to the rear, it offers the new owner a blank canvas. Well, it certainly is that, if nothing else, isn't it? Goodness me. Aside from that, here in southwest London, the weather is lovely, the sun is out, and we're looking forward to a week of really interesting, actually, lots of valuations coming in, some more tenants as well. Things are starting to get back to normal, which is great. Obviously, we're all anxious about the new variant, but things do seem to be moving forward. Let's hope that that lockdown isn't pushed too far into the distance. No doubt it's going to be pushed away to some degree. So that's it for today. Hope you have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow with another Ken at 10. Until then, look after your family and friends. Have a fantastic day.